I wanted to go into a little bit more detail in regards to the ambition. You see, there's a certain energy that's associated with the climb. There's a certain energy associated with the hard work and with the goals. And all of us possess a certain energy. See, some people figure that it's okay to be entangled with someone who does not have a vision, but it can be very detrimental. I'm going to tell you what could happen. I'm going to give you one scenario. Let's say that before you met this person, you were busy and you did have something going on. Okay? You meet this person is really not motivated at all. All they want to do is they just want to latch on to what you've got going on. They could be the nicest, sweetest person in the whole wide world and would jump through hoops for you, but they have no goals. So instead of trying to encourage your vision or get involved in what you're involved in to try to improve the situation, they just sit there and they wait, and over a period of time it gets to the point where they're complaining about the fact that you don't spend any time with them. Now that person already knew when they met you how busy you were. They already knew what you were involved with, but see, the thing is, I guess they figured that once they got involved with you that things were going to change in that regard. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But you have to keep in mind what you're dealing with before you get involved with them. Now, this is where the negative energy comes in and really starts causing problems. So you get to the point, okay, you're together, you're thinking that everything's a little bit better, but all of a sudden those opportunities that you had before you got involved with this person who is doing nothing, they are slow in coming or they start disappearing and you don't know why. It is because you have someone in your life who does not share your desire. You have someone in your life who does not have a vision of their own. So what they're doing is they're bringing their situations into your life, and it's starting to take time that you would normally use working on your vision given to them to help them through whatever situations or problems that they're going through. And then when you do have a free moment to yourself, you're sitting there mad and frustrated because you're like, you know what, I had designated that time. I was supposed to work on this particular project, and that was supposed to be 4 hours on such and such a day, and that was supposed to be 3 hours on such and such a day. Now the project's expired. I didn't turn in anything, and it's because so-and-so had this problem. And you usually let it slide once or twice, but if you pay close attention over time, if you're still involved with this person, you'll notice that it's a certain pattern. Just watch for the little things. Watch for when you start working on your side hustle in the evening or the day or whatever extra time that you have. Whatever time that you have designated during the day to work on your side hustle. Notice that during that time, that person always has something to say, or a situation or a problem comes up during that time. You don't think that's rather unusual? Any other time during the day, that situation could have been taken care of. This conversation could have been had. This errand could have been run. But it seems like they always wait for the time that they know that you're supposed to be working on this particular project or this particular situation. It's always during that time, all of a sudden, they need your attention to another matter. You don't think that's strange? It's because they don't have anything going on their own. Half the time people don't have anything going on their own because they probably weren't taught. But the other half of the time is really negative because they don't want you to be involved in anything with them. They want all eyes on them. Either way, it's not cool. So the bottom line is, it's just if you see somebody that's involved in various things and it's something that's positive, get on board and show them some support. But if you can't deal with them spending the extra time, then maybe you don't need to be involved with them. Because what's going to happen is that particular person is going to look back and see all of the things and the opportunities that were missed because you had problems. And the longer you stay with this person, you're going to wind up having bigger and worse situations going to take up more of your time. Then you're going to start getting stressed out. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, they get on my nerves. I don't want to be around with them anymore. And I mean, I can understand the frustration, but it's partially your fault because you saw these red flags way early in the relationship, but you kind of figured that it would die down. No. No. You need your energy to be matched, not diminished. So everybody just needs to be careful. I believe that there is someone for everyone. You can't just take what you want from people. The way they make their paper is the way they make their paper. You're not so special where you're going to flip and turn upside down their ways of support. There's no way in the world. You're not that special. So if you can't deal with the fact that they're doing all these other things, you need to leave them alone and find someone who lives at a slower pace. Just saying.